Welcome to Explore Protect YouTube channel, to our program Money Magnet. You are with your host, Dr. Mayer. I welcome you, and if you are new to this channel, welcome, and please subscribe and activate your notifications so that next time there's a new information, new recordings, you can be notified, and you can come and learn on how we all sit here and converse about matters that assist us to build our companies. And also remember that we'd like you to comment on this video so that we have a back and forth conversation and it's not only a one-sided conversation from me. But in any case, we've been speaking in the past few weeks. We had a series of the cash flow. We talked a lot about cash flow and cash flow chart. So today I want to introduce some aspects on the return on net assets. Really to delve in this return on net assets, we've been using our financial statements that we use as a dashboard to help us navigate building sustainability, growing our companies sustainably, and making sure that our entities have got some sort of dashboard that they follow to know if you're still on the mark or not. So really today, if we look at what we want to focus on or introduce under return on net assets, because in any case, when investing your assets in the entity, you want to know that there's a return that is coming to you. The first thing we're going to focus right there on our income statements, the revenue that we're generating, and the cost, because really what the income statements tells us only two things to a certain degree. The first one, it really communicates to us our sales force and our sales strategy, our ability to generate income and revenue. That's really what the income statements tell us. And secondly, to have a positive, to be profitable, we really need to make sure that we rationalize and we manage our costs. These two put together really lead to profitability. Mainly, we want to pay special attention to our operating profit or earnings before interest and tax, because the more positive of that we have, then we know that we're running our entity profitably. Now, let's pause here and remember and reflect on what we said in the past when we're dealing with cash flow. You might be running a profitable entity that does not necessarily generate positive cash flow. So that's just a caveat for us to remember. But let's park it for now. It's not something that we want to talk about today. Now, moving away from the income statement, the second statement that we've been dealing with is our balance sheet. Really, the balance sheet from the finance point of view, what we're interested in is really to look at the uses of capital. That's really what is interesting us as far as the balance sheet is concerned. We don't have capital for the sake of having capital. We're having capital to acquire or to build our fixed assets, and we're having capital to really manage our net working capital. So really, when you look at the uses of capital as far as the balance sheet is concerned, we're looking at our acquisition strategy that speaks to the fixed assets, and it speaks to the efficiency as it's reflected here by the net working capital. Now, bringing this together, the income statement from the profitability point of view and the balance sheet from the activity point of view, that is the acquisition, how we are acquiring assets, and efficiency, how we're managing our net capital. The product of the two communicates to us what is the return on net assets. On the assets that we have invested in this entity, what is the ultimate return? What we'll not touch on today, but just as a way of introduction, if we can understand how we maximize our return on net assets, then we understand other ratios that are necessary to make sure that when we're scaling our entity, we achieve a sustainable growth. It is your finance doctor, Dr. Mayer. I hope this introduction gets you into the mood so that in next sessions, we can delve deeper into this from blog to blog. Until we meet next time, thank you for joining us. And remember, subscribe here and comment on this video. And if you really want to have in contact with me, right below this video, there are links where you can contact me. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.